Hello. Mark. How's it going?
Very good. You?
Good. I don't know how long that thing's going to be. I don't know. They're just numbered. I don't know anything beyond that, but I just did the we had to cut it. How's it going? All right. So yeah, we've got quite a few people that are already waiting here for us, and it's the last Thursday in the month, so your rent is due. Basically we show up here every Thursday and we work on our layouts. We do graffiti, we do unboxings, reviews, a little bit of everything. But the very last Thursday of the month is GVO After Dark, which is why you're here, where we do a recap of the month and we talk about, everything model trains. So this is Mark. This is M&M Rails. You guys know him.
Hello.
Hello. It's a man of many words, apparently. But so we've got quite a few things going on tonight. So we're going to talk about the streamer schedules for March. We're going to do a month in review where we talk about the different live shows that we did and everything that went on. We have a guest tonight. We'll be talking to him after, but we won't tell you who. And I've got an unboxing. Look at that. There's an unboxing. I'm gonna get to unbox something. I could save it for my Thursday, but why bother? It's here now. So we'll do that as well.
It's an Amazon box?
It is not an Amazon box. It is just a box that had to fly through the Amazon to get to me. So does that make it no. But first, I want to say hi to everybody in the chat and welcome everybody who could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. And we appreciate that. BNN Ironwood Railroad gets the Timbits tonight. Look at that. Brian, you're slacking. Hello, Brian and Nathan. And Bubs is in the chat. And we've got Dwight Curley and Mr. Todd Armstrong. How's it going? Ronald and Dundas Junction Model Railroad James. And back on track with Steve. Hey, Steve, how's it going? We also have Great Lakes Rail Division. How's it going? Mike, HO Trains. How's it going? Love the posts lately of all the different shots that you have of the layout. Very cool, very cool. And we've got John Garvin. How's it going, John? One of many Johns, I'm sure, that we'll see this evening. And I'm scrolling down the list. Awesome Possum Brad, how's it going? And I'm sure Anthony will be here. Hey, Anthony, how's it going? And Floyd, how's it going, everybody? Welcome, welcome. Hopefully you have a warm beverage and a comfortable chair. All right. What a month. February's over already. Can you believe it?
It's crazy.
It is crazy. Where has the time gone? Next month, we can talk about the schedules, because typically the way Third Rail Thursday goes, for anybody who has not ever seen a Third Rail Thursday, they're a combination of myself, Mark, and N-Scale Dystopia. Basically every Thursday, one of us goes live at 8 p.m. Usually the first Thursday of the month is Denny, which is N-Scale Dystopia. I'm the second week. Mark is the third week, and then of course GVO After Dark on the fourth week. If there's a fifth week, we'll let you know, but not next month. So make sure you stick around and go subscribe to them and make sure you join in the fun. Of course, we've got our Canadian counterparts who are Trackside Mike and Dundas Junction Model Railroad James. Basically, they're Monday nights at 7. So make sure you go and check them out as well. So when we take a look back this month, quite a few live streams and whatnot. Denny, which was the first Thursday, he was painting some sponge painting, and I forgot to get my I was at the dollar store again today, and I forgot to get sponges. I've seen the ones where it's like a little sponge on a stick. It looks almost like a paintbrush, but he did a very good paint job on some 3D printed platforms. So not only is it an awesome custom paint job, but he also 3D printed those platforms as well. Very cool. Hey, Anthony. I'm yet to try that technique. I've seen it done, but I'm yet to try it. And of course, I go to the dollar store all ready to buy some foam or some sponge, and I forgot. I was in a rush, I guess. I don't know. It's one of those days.
A whole bag too. You can get a whole bag of those foam brushes.
Can you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have. I don't know where they are. Oh, here we are. Yeah, I have the. It's not the same effect. These are the makeup sponges. Definitely, right. It won't give you the same effect as a sponge, but.
Your cheeks do look good tonight.
Thank you. I put on my face before we went live, and someone's got to pretty themselves up for this, so might as well be me. We can't all be naturally beautiful like you, right? So takes a little bit extra time.
Ah, shucks.
Shucks. Now, do you know what I did for my live? When I was watching yours, you had no idea.
I had an idea. It involved
trains.
Yeah, like your layout and
wiring. I know it's the least memorable thing about me is doing wiring. It's probably the most painful thing to watch me do too. But I think
nothing happened. Okay. Nothing happened. There's no fires. You didn't break anything. You didn't drop anything.
I call that a win. I don't know what you call it, but I call it a win. Anytime where I don't start a fire after doing electrical, we're good. We're good. And I still have so much more to do. That's the painful thing. I did, was it 2 hours? And I know I did a couple of things during the live. It wasn't just, wiring. Showed a couple of things, and then I ran my locomotive around. I think I still have it around here. Yeah. Then I was running this was one of my new locomotives, and I was running it back and forth and whatnot, and that was fun because I don't get to do it all that much. I don't get to run trains as much as I'd like to, and I don't have a full loop, so it makes it really, really hard to do that. Oh, Kris wants to see the dangling wires. There, it's a spider web. It's a mess. I gotta clean it up still. It's bad. It's real bad. I think it's preference for everyone. Solder your wires. Why would that be painful? Honestly, because I'm just electrical is not my strong suit, I guess. I don't know. It's the thing I look forward to the least about the hobby. I love doing the scenery and the buildings and laying track. It's all fun, but eventually you have to drop some feeders and wire them all together. And I don't know. If I had somebody, and I know I've said it 1,000 times, if anybody wants to come and do the wiring for me, by all means, I can pay in cookies or something. I don't know, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But yeah, so I did some wiring in this entire area here behind me, which is my paper mill. And it's mostly done, and I'm pretty happy because you can do some switching there now and move trains or cars around in all the tracks, and it's fun. It's a long process, but it's the start of an even bigger, thing. But you're basically done all the wiring for your layout, right? So you had to go through all that too.
Regretfully, I did not a great job, and now I'm paying for it because things aren't working very well, and so one of these days I have to crawl under there and kind of fix things up.
Do you have like the spider web mess like
Oh,
what
yeah.
I have.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
big time. Yeah.
It's tough. I'm trying to be a bit better this time around with my feeders, dropping them more, gradually. I'm trying to do more. So every time that there's a switch, you got to make sure all 3 points of that switch are covered with your feeders, just to make sure that there's power going through. I use unifrogs, so I haven't really had any problems yet going through switches. As long as you've got power on all 3 sides, you're good. So I'm yet to hit a roadblock there yet, but hopefully everything turns out well, especially when I do the yard, because there's a lot of switches that go into it, and I'm not looking forward to it. So. Hey Ray, how's it going?
Fun fact: one of my switches in the yard still doesn't have. It has the feeders. So you go to my light, you can see these little feeders dangling there. That's been there for about 4 or 5 years. Haven't hooked them up. So if there's a certain pattern in my yard, if you switch certain switches, the track goes dead.
Yeah, that's why covering all 3 points. I'm sure it'd be an easy hookup, right? And
yeah, it's very easy to do.
You just put it off.
Yeah.
It happens. But as well with your live that you did, which was just last week, seems like it was yesterday. You were running trains. You got a brand new train, the Walthers. What is it, ET44 or something like that?
Yeah, love it. Walthers mainline, can't go wrong. Reliable, works really well. I was talking to Bubs earlier today, and he's going to help me link up my other CN GVO from Walthers and that one get run together.
Well, it should be really good, because if they both had their break-in period, then they should run really well together. I had a couple of Walthers that were really good like that, and so the big ones will be pretty cool to run together, and they're both CN, right?
Yeah.
So
cool. So I'm excited for that. And if you hear in the background, my dog got a new toy. She's going ham on that.
Nice. And yeah, we got to meet your new little one on the live last time. Very cute.
Yeah.
Very cute.
Yeah.
Is fitting in all right? Yeah.
Yeah.
How's he like the snow?
Yeah, she's not a fan of the snow.
No.
Of course, she comes here to Canada, and it's like the worst blizzard ever. It's lots of snow and freezing cold. But yeah, she's it's been 2 weeks already, and she's getting down the routine and fitting right in.
Yeah, that happens. Hey Anthony, how's it going? And Trackside Mike, how's it going? And another John, how's it going, John? But and then of course you got your first scale trains tank car, your rivet counter tank car. What do you think? Now,
my best friend in the whole world bought me that.
No. Shut up. Hey, friends don't buy friends non-scale trains tank cars. All right. So
you've raised the bar.
Someone's
birthday's coming up, and I'm not sure what to get you.
Nothing.
I'll say like a deluxe box from Taco Bell, but that just does not compare to a scale trains tank.
That's the gift that keeps on giving indigestion, But we got to do a Taco Bell day, and then you know what? Today was amazing because I went out with the wife, and she was like, I'm like, let's go get some lunch, right? And we went to Wendy's. And I was rolling through, up to the driveway, or the drive-through, and I was like, I'm so sad. The portobello mushroom melt, which comes out every year in January. And I'm like, I missed it this year. And, because I think just January was, in general, just a very busy month for me. I don't know why. And then I got up to the little thing where you tell them your order, and there was a giant sign that said bacon portobello mushroom melt his back, and
Nice.
I cried a little. It was yes.
I'll take two.
It was a good day. But yeah, that's my story. That was it. But
I've been there. I've been there. Small victories. Small victories.
That's how I live my life. One small victory at a time. So Taco Bell is my inflation fighter right now. Hey Russ, how's it going? Nathan wants to know if we're excited for Rapido to support VIA. Are you hoping to ride the trains, the same ones that are from when VIA started, like the F7? I've been watching a lot of the pictures, or seeing a lot of the pictures of the repaint of that F7. It looks really cool. It's not one of my favorite eras of VIA, but it's really cool. What about you? Have you seen that one yet?
I think I've seen pictures of it.
Because you have an F7, so you know. Or is it an F9? I can't remember.
It might be F9, actually.
Might be an F9 or an FPA, something like that. Hey, Pine Valley, how's it going? Is there a Taco Bell HO kit available? Yeah, it's I wish I knew the name of that company. I'll find it and I'll tell you. Because they make a lot of those kits. They had a Subway. I think they also did the McDonald's as well. And Domino's. Summit Kits. I'm pretty sure that's the name of the kits. It's by Summit. Yeah, Perry. There you go, Perry. Hey, Perry. I beat you to it this time. I found the answer before you. And yeah, Kris as well. Kris said Summit Models USA. Yeah, those are some pretty cool kits. I was looking at some of them and I'm like, do I get one? Do I not get one? You need a whole downtown for stuff like that, So I'm not sure if I have room, but hopefully.
You had a KFC once, right? Many years ago?
I still do. Funny story about that. Do you remember one of the first times you came over to my house?
And didn't the cat throw up on it or something?
Yes. And it was because she had stomach issues or digestive issues.
She had KFC, didn't she?
Basically, yeah. So it was my cat got up on the layout, which she normally does or used to, and she happened to regurgitate, as a cleaner word, onto my KFC, the only one I had. It cleaned up okay, but the employees will never be the same again. Yeah, Kris had the spinning bucket. Do you remember that? That was cool.
Was so cool.
Bring it back, Kris. Bring it back. And actually, Kris, while Kris is here, he sent me a message earlier because of the mail strike. He did some custom work for me. We're kind of doing this thing back and forth because I made him some pipe loads, and he took it upon himself. Super nice of him. He made me this custom truck, and I'm just going to kind of show you. I can't pull it up on my computer, but I can pull it up here. Look at that. That's so cool.
Wow.
But there's more. I gotta show you so
I didn't know Kris did that kind of thing.
He does this kind of thing. And when you open up the doors at the back, which I didn't know that you could do that, it's almost like a fake back inside there, like a fake load. And he did an amazing job on that. So kudos to Kris, Big CW. Make sure you give him a follow. He's working on his layout as well. I know he doesn't post as much as I tell him he should, but Kris, post more. Post more. You're a talent. a talent and a half. I'm gonna scroll up a little bit here.
So yeah, I texted you. I
didn't
texted
know
Kris
hardly anything
afterwards
about
as well, and
Canada.
I said it was my favorite tank car. Back to the tank car. Sorry, yeah. But it's definitely my favorite tank car now.
Sorry, yes. Is it with the caps and everything? It's the smallest detail that makes the biggest difference. You know what I mean? It makes it so much nicer. I was very on the fence when it came to scale train stuff because they make a lot more Americanized stuff. I should say, like they don't make a lot of stuff that I would personally run, but stuff like tank cars where they roll through Canada quite often. I don't mind buying some of those for myself and having those, on the layout and whatnot. So it's one of those things that I'm trying to collect more of. And I know how much you like your tank cars as well, right?
I do.
Do you know how many you have now?
No idea.
No idea. You're up there though, right? You've got got a lot of Atherns. Like all these,
I do.
It'll be white with the orange stripe or white with the blue stripe, white with the red stripe, you got
I have lots that I took off the layout actually back into boxes because they were just getting too crowded.
Really? Oh wow. Yeah. Well, I saw that you kind of hopped on the bandwagon and you started getting some of these containers here.
I did.
Let's talk about that for a minute because this is just an example of the container. I've got some behind me here. And I think that the best person to talk about this would be the person that kind of, talked me into it. So I'm going to...
The trendsetter's here?
The trendsetter, yeah. So we're going to bring him up. Oh,
hey!
Look at this guy.
How's it going?
How's it going, Bubs?
Not too much, you?
Good. Oh,
just got myself a hot beverage.
Oh, good. And a camouflage couch. Almost didn't see you there.
What do you mean? I'm wearing black. I'm wearing the proper GVO crew shirt. Come on.
Thanks for the support.
Of course.
So let's talk containers for a moment here because it probably started when you got your A-line case, and I was very much envious of your A-line case, but I wasn't envious of paying $200+ to be able to carry my trains around, right?
Yeah, to tell you the truth, there was actually a couple of people at the club that actually got me into it. Perry got me interested in the A-line case, but this other series of what I tried to get going, especially with the YouTube chat, with that case, I actually got that from Greg Matthews because he showed me. Yeah, he showed me how to actually pack them, and he told me they were like $4 a piece. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try this out. But I couldn't also find any Food Basic because everyone usually uses Food Basic bags and all that, like the big hard 4-corner pieces.
Yep.
To actually put them all in. So like a small single case. But I'm like, you can only maybe fit maybe 2 or 3. So that's why I tried to go looking online, and I went and found something else to sort of work with it. And this case, it works very awesome. I can't believe I've started a sort of a trend with this. I know you guys have all got this now. I don't know if anyone else though in the chat has started doing this, but apparently some club members also saw my video and actually are starting to look at doing this too.
Honestly, it's one of those things that it just works, I know that when you go with something like A-Line, first off, nothing against A-Line because their cases are amazing.
No, absolutely not.
Don't want to spend that kind of money. I find that this is a suitable replacement that will do the job, right?
Yeah. Though Perry just told me something else came from A-line. There's another style of case, but now that's camouflaged.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. They now come in a camouflage case.
Well, don't go running your trains in the bush because you'll never find them.
No.
Kris said that he went to the Dollarama in his area there, and they were all out. Kris, keep me posted on that, because if you can't, next time I'm down, let me know how many you need. And like my Dollarama down the street, they're full up. They've got so many. Just let me know, and I'll bring some down to you. But yeah. So basically, what we've got here, just to kind of give everybody else an idea. These cases here, it's just it's almost like a Tupperware. It's a little bit of a thicker plastic.
Yeah.
And you got your lid, and this here is probably about 12 inches, like from the bottom, 12 inches this way, and about 9 or 9.5 this way. So for myself, most passenger cars, they fit lengthwise like perfectly. And then I think I can fit about 6.
Yeah, exactly. Here. I actually got 6 cars in here as we speak.
Oh, there you go. You got to remove that dollar store sticker off the end now. You're killing me with that.
Why do you think I covered it right now?
I guess.
Or here, I'll turn it around. There we go.
Oh, perfect. There we go. Looks much better.
And they just fit. I squeeze some of my couplers
really?
Side. Oh yeah.
Because I actually got play in here right now with my LRCs, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got maybe a few millimeters of play with each car right now.
Mine are snug.
Along with that, this stuff here, I only got a little sample piece here because I didn't want to pull out the whole roll. But this is a drawer liner.
Yes.
So for those of you who have this in your drawer where you have silverware and stuff, go in there and take it right out. You don't need it in there. Put this line the case with this stuff. And now you were saying, Bubs, that if you have something that has a decal on it, don't put the decal up against this.
Yeah, like if you actually have still, like, say you're wrapping with the someone actually put that in my comments, to tell you the truth. So that's why I told you guys what I basically did was with my passenger cars, what I did was I actually put some the plastic, I kept the plastic and put it with each car, and then I draped the other piece over. That way the decals do not come off, or they won't peel off.
And another piece of this, by the way, I'll in the chat, or not the chat, but the comment section afterwards, except for the plastic case, because you have to go to the Dollarama to get it. I'll put the Amazon links for both the carrying bag, and also this foam here, because it was funny because when it showed up the other day, so that's 1 inch thick right there, but you get 6 pieces, and it came flat, and I'm like, I don't think it's going to be thick enough. What they did was they sucked all the air out, which compressed everything. Yeah, and then as soon as I kind of cut it a little bit, the whole thing exploded, and I was like, "Oh." Well,
what's the foam for? What's that for?
That's a good-looking question, Mark.
To tell you the truth, you want me to take that there because I sort of got you onto that there too, Kris?
Go ahead. I'm grabbing one of my cases that I put foam in though, but go ahead.
So the foam I sort of bought it for lining some other cases, but then I decided with some of the pieces that I had, I used it for like bracing some cars up, like what Kris is showing right now, is the foam is actually in between each car.
So they don't move.
Yeah. You're not going to get that with the passenger cars because it's so tight. Maybe just a little bit on each end, but with the With hoppers and all that, no issues. It's not going to move whatsoever, and it's nice and quiet. What I also did was I cut down 2 sheets to fit in the bottom, so when I drop the case down, it's not going to smash the case, the plastic inside. It's actually a little bit of a shock absorber.
There's room for that?
Yes, there is. Lots of room.
Huh.
I'm gonna have to see how much foam I have left after I do my cars, and I might order more. But
because Anthony was saying put foam on the ends to brace the couplers, but there's no room for any. I can't even put a piece of paper in. It's like the coupler is scratching the plastic.
Well, no, for that on the end of the hoppers, you got room. For the passenger cars, it's a little tight. Like you'll be fine with it there. Like you could probably put a small little strip right down. That should actually help it out.
Yeah.
I have my my non-slip pad. It goes up on my sides, and then it lines the bottom. But then I put a big piece of foam right across, like end to end at the front, so you can kind of see it there. And then, of course, in between. And then I took all my little pieces that are like that, and then I would just put them at the end just to fill in that little extra gap there. And again, you know, I can get, 7 cars? In some of these, I've got 7, and this one I've got 6.
Oh, really? Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So I got 6 in this one, but I've got 7 in my other ones. So it, I can carry quite a bit.
Okay. Because I was actually able to fit almost 8 and 8 with mine. But I'm also using the plastic. Yes, but I'm using the plastic wrap to protect each car instead of. And then I got a little bit of foam on at the end on each side. That is it.
Yeah. See, I got foam in between each one, and I left the plastic out of the equation.
I think my RCAF car. Yes, they are here. My RCAF cars are actually packed like that, where.
Yeah, the dollar store, you get the roll of it. And yes. I think it was $3 for one roll or $2. So when you do it, I think I was able to do about 4 containers with one roll.
Okay.
Just for the size that I was cutting it at.
So what I did with mine, I actually was able to, I got foam on one end, as you could see. So if I really wanted to, I could put 8 cars, but 7 is probably the best bet. I actually got 6 hoppers and a tank car in here. And it actually fits nice and snug in there, no problem.
Nice. Now, the bag that we were talking about as well, you can fit 6 of these containers. So 3 on one side and then 3 on the other lengthwise. And there's a really nice handle to it. And then I was able to as well put my controller inside on top and then a couple of locos as well, but in their respective boxes. There isn't a lot of extra room on the top, especially if you do take the approach in putting the padding on the bottom of the bag as well to absorb any shock. It might take away some of that extra room that's on the top there. But because everything it doesn't take up that much room?
No, it does not. That little bit of inch, you could still have a little bit of room. Like I don't have any foam in here right now, but I got room for a car and more stuff on top of that after. Like you can actually see right here, if you can. Like I was able to, I could put a 7 car or like your True Line Trains locomotive. I could put one up top on each end. And then I can carry that. Yeah.
So let's talk pricing for a minute here. So now, correct me if I'm wrong, but typically the A-line case that is a bag, and it comes with 4 cardboard boxes that slide into it, right?
4 high side or 5 regular.
4 high side or 4 regular.
Or 5 regular. So there's 5 standard boxes, and then there's 4 high-side boxes. You can get it either that style. The high-sided ones are for auto racks or bi-levels.
Bi-levels, yeah.
Whereas,
and then, how many
the
cars
regular-
can you fit roughly?
well, with the 5-side, with my 3100 potash cars, I can fit 16 in one. With
Okay.
my tank train, I can actually fit 12, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I think it is 12. Yeah, it's 12. I could fit 12 in each actual box.
So that's what? Like 12, 24, 36, 48. About 48 cars in one bag at most?
I was able to fit 48 potash cars in 3 boxes, and in the other 2 boxes, I was able to fit a full tank train plus my buffer cars.
So that's quite a bit.
Yes, it is.
Does the weight of it though? I mean, does that throw anything off? Like,
it feels heavy, but you know what? It's still easier than carrying a whole bunch of boxes and taking everything out of the box, taking about an hour in the fill yard, setting up your tray. You run your train for a little bit, then you got to take forever to put everything back into the box. With this, it saves time, a lot of time.
that was the key selling point for me. For those of you who missed it, because starting to go to the club a bit more, right? I don't have the option to run at home, so I was starting to go to the club more and taking just my go train, right? So I can do about seven or more cars. I like to take quite a few. Maybe take a via train as well. And because every single car is individually wrapped, you're looking at about 3 to 4 minutes per car, taking it out of the packaging, putting it on the track, cleaning up the packaging, and then moving on to the next one. And that could take up quite a bit of time right in the morning, or even needing to clean it up at night, when you're going to leave.
Oh, definitely.
Where when we went to the club and I took my go train out, it took less than 4 minutes to load an entire train onto the tracks. It was huge. It was, it's a huge time saver. And it's something that was a clear win for me when it comes to something like this, because I hate doing all the unnecessary, taking out of the box, and it's just it's too much, and I think it works really, really well this way.
Oh yeah, it does. Like,
now that I've got like more cars, as well, like all my ore cars, because there's a lot. So imagine having to unbox every single one of those darn ore cars, trying not to ruin the box. And then having to, I wouldn't look forward to cleaning it up, but it allows you to take more to the club and run a variety of trains this way. So.
Oh yeah, like that was the key point. As soon as I'm like, do I start looking into this? And then as soon as I'm like, you know what, I just jumped right into it and I just went.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to do it.
So when I did go, I was able to take with me two containers filled with go cars, a container filled with my charger set, and then a via train. I think I might have taken more than that because my bag was full, and that's only 4. So I might have taken all 3 of my go boxes, both of my via and my LRC cars, and my charger set. So that's 3 different trains that I was able to take in one day, in one bag, and just being able to swap out the cars on the fly and run a variety of different, it was really cool to be able to do that.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Mike.
And before I did that, I also sort of did this with another case that I have here, to tell you the truth.
Okay, well, let's talk about this case then.
Okay, so this was sort of a case that I bought for when I was doing mini wargaming. Mm-hmm. Like, it's basically with pewter models, like little like 10 mil war figure cases, vehicles and all that, called Flames of War and all that.
Mhm.
So I bought myself this box. It's called a battle foam box, as you can see here,
Okay, yeah.
which you were able to put, like, say, a little stuff like that and all that there, like patches and everything on it. But then whenever I wanted to start bringing more and more big trains, I'm like, I wonder if this would work as a carrying case.
Mhm.
And it did. With the foam right now that's in it, because some of the foam is different size, I'm right now able to fit 40 cars in this case.
Nice.
So
40
I'm able
cars.
to, yeah.
Like
Actually
just regular size cars, like
Yeah.
a hopper.
Like basically, it's all hoppers in here.
Okay.
So I'm just going to put this down so that you guys can see. I don't want it to flip forward, but.
Oh, wow.
So
don't drop it.
No, I know. That's why I'm putting it back down.
That's crazy.
Start doing jumping jacks.
But yeah, there's padding on the inside that it actually protects it, and there is foam on there to protect each car.
Nice. Okay, now let's talk pricing. Right now, the A-line case was probably about 200 to 250. Would you say?
I think so. And I'd have to pull up the price there because usually I got mine at PWRS.
Okay.
But with this black case there, that camping bag, a fraction of the A-line case.
Oh yeah, yeah. With the so just to kind of give everybody an idea, so one container is about $4, and then the roll of the non-stick is $3. This one here, which I got on Amazon, the foam, it was $30 or $32,
Yep.
something like that. You get 6 pieces of this.
Yep.
And then the bag itself, which I also got on Amazon, was another $30. So
yeah, $28.99.
Yeah,
which shipping comes up to $30.
So 30. I mean, whether or not you want to use this, because I didn't use any of this with my passenger cars. I didn't need to, because they all fit perfectly. So if I leave that foam out of the equation and I just talk passenger cars for a minute, 6 containers, $4 a piece, and then the bag itself, which was $30, and then the sheet, I think I paid about $60 total.
Yeah,
in and around there, give or take a couple of pennies. And I was able to take 3 different sets of trains, just the cars. I didn't put the locos in there, but yeah. How did the Go cars fit? I will show you, because I can do it.
And traveling put aside, I just find they're good just to have for storage here at home.
It actually is big time, to tell you the truth. And it saves with time at actually taking it out on your personal layout and then putting them back in.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, you keep your boxes in case you want to sell it later, because that keeps the value of the car.
Yeah.
But if you're still wanting to pull everything out and then putting it back in, it's just a quick swap and go.
Yeah.
And they're easily stackable.
Yeah.
This is the 2 bay. I actually also got the single bay ones that fit 3 cars in each, which is nice. So I can put instead of 6, I can have 5 plus a single, and then put a locomotive in there if I wanted to.
Yeah.
So there's so many combinations you can do with this.
Yeah.
So to answer James's question, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 Go cars in here. They are the 12 inches wide, so they fit perfectly. I don't have to worry about the couplers on the ends on these ones, which are good. And then I took the foam stuff, the non-slip, and I made a piece just to throw over every other one, just to make sure they're not hitting side by side. And that's what that looks like.
Yeah.
And I did that for all my Go cars, which I think I was able to do about three containers. And they lock shut as well, which is great. And I don't know if I'll show you after, but I had all boxes under here, and it was annoying because if you need a box on the bottom, you pull one out, the whole thing falls. All my boxes are now in a bin, and all my bins like this, I keep under here now. So it's a lot more organized, and it's easier to say, okay, I need to take this with me, you know, and then I can shuffle things around. I'll keep all my go-karts together, and then all my ore cars together, all my hoppers. And it's just organizing as well as, you know, keeping everything safe. It's really, really handy like that.
Oh yeah, like Mark was just saying, like it's perfect for. It's not just for traveling; it's perfect for storage at home too.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Like it's like I just hope, like even though it's our just little mishmash group, I hope everyone in the chat maybe tries to do this and go for it. Like it's an amazing thing to do.
Absolutely.
It's something so simple just to actually storage and pack everything up.
Mark, what about you? Now I know that you used the briefcase for a while, and you know
the money case.
Yeah,
the money case.
Well, I hope we get to the club sometime very soon. So and that's one of the like you. That's one of the reluctancies of not bringing a big train is bring all the casings and unloading them, unpacking them, packing them back up. So I'll just use someone else's train, like Bubs.
Hey, I said you can run my ethanol train if you want.
Yeah. So now this option, I'm thinking of bringing the all my LRCs. I had quite a few. I forgot how many I had actually.
Even for yourself, because I know you put a lot of your stuff away, and then eventually you'll take all the stuff off your layout and swap it out with other stuff. Hopefully it allows you to have everything a little bit more accessible. Yeah. That way it's not so much of a painful experience taking stuff off and then swapping it out and whatnot.
Exactly.
It'll just keep things more organized maybe.
Yeah. So now I have to find a place to put all my empty boxes.
Oh, I got one of those bins, like one of those big Tupperware moving bins, and I put them all in neat, and they're away now. Like I don't have to worry about them unless I have to sell the specific item, but I don't want to sell anything I've got. So
yeah.
All the keeper stuff, you got to keep all the keeper stuff, and you put it in a nice bin, and away you go. And that way, it's all your, your layout stuff and whatnot. But
James, do you have room for my bins?
Also, that battle phone case, the price on that, it was around $120, $130 when I got it. And this was years ago when I got it, to tell you the truth. I don't know what the price.
You're talking about the Wargaming box, right?
Yeah, that one was around $120, $130.
Okay, cool. So 3 stages of, how you want to pack your trains up and, going to the club with them and whatnot. I look at it like a beginner, intermediate, and expert, right? More or less. And depending on how much you want to spend, really.
Anything.
Yeah.
Oh,
what do you say? What's going on, Mark? I see you put a big what on the chat.
Big John is saying throw the boxes out. John is a guy who sells trains all the time. You need the original box.
Yes. Yeah.
John,
that kills me to see that.
That hurt.
I'm very surprised that he would say that.
The value of something would drop drastically, wouldn't it? Wouldn't you be more inclined to buy something when it has the box?
Yeah.
It's like Lego. Ask Perry. Lego? Gotta get the box.
We actually started saving some of our Lego boxes depending on, what it's for.
Yes.
I know Lego normally, from what I've seen, when you buy a kit, you wait 2 years and then it becomes rare at that point because it's no longer available. So if you then, if it's open, forget it,
There. John even said it. Never sell the original or get rid of the original boxes.
We have a John.
John 2618. Yes, he is a man. Keep your boxes.
Wait,
we got a John B. John here.
Sell the original boxes. Never
Battle of the
selling.
Boxes.
Battle of the Box.
Oh,
Speaking of
for
which,
Lego. For Lego, he means. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I got it. I'm gonna do an unboxing real quick,
Speaking of
just
boxes,
because we're making a
Unboxing.
this is the world we
The
live in.
segue.
This is the eBay world
It
we
is.
live in right now, man. Resale. That's what
It is.
When I was a kid, that was the thing. You open it up, you play with it. If it broke, done. Now,
Yep.
you gotta buy two. I have a friend who buys 2 comics. One comic to keep in a plastic, pristine, puts it away. One to read. That's just what. That's the 2025. That's what we do. Throw the boxes
I
out.
think that
I had a
we just
friend
did
like
that at
that
the
when
same time.
growing up. So there is a bit of a story behind this. Not much of a story, and I already know what this is. It's not really a surprise. So because next month is my birthday, and I'm turning the big 40, I wanted to get myself a train that was, along the same lines. So that's why I bought myself an SD40. Turning 40.
Oh, so that's not the Via P. That's not the Via 40-year anniversary.
You have no idea how much I wish there was an F40 coming out, or as if I don't have enough. But the other side of this is that I needed 2 of these in order to run my ore train, because that's how I am. I just wanted to. So yeah, and I finally this is number 2 here. Okay, it's the right number. I always do that. I pray that I tell them that I want the right number. Sorry, Mark. And then yeah. But
this is the first time you opened this box, like live, first time?
Yeah.
This box, yes.
Wow.
So
this is a first.
For you guys that don't know, I love Bowser. Bowser is like the best. It's my number 1, to be honest with you. And oh, cool! He puts a little sticker on it.
He did that with my intermodal too.
The little Boreal.
Yeah, Boreal.
Whatever. I don't have an accent, but yeah, these are from the newest run. These are obviously you guys saw my other one. I ran that one. This one here. So this one is number 1731, and then my new is 1733. So I'm going to have them both pulling my ore cars, and I'm very excited about that.
Okay, time out. Wait. Let's go back here. How long has that been sitting in the box for? When did you get that?
How long has this been in that box?
Yeah.
It was delivered today.
Okay.
Why? Do you know something?
You never, ever open up a new locomotive live on air. I've never seen you do it before.
He's done it before.
No.
It's pretty.
No. You can fact check me.
It might be because I already have this locomotive technically.
I thought he did that on a brunch build one time. I was sure he did it on a brunch build.
There's no way. He faked it then. He put it back up and put it back in the box and taped it. And ooh, live unboxing. Here we go. I'll get my knife. Making us cutting off the camera.
We're gonna have to go back through the records and find out about this.
Kris cannot wait that long. That's my thing. I wait months to open a locomotive. This guy can't.
No, seriously though, this one did just show up today, and yeah, just in time because I ordered it
all makes
on
sense. It all
Sunday,
makes sense.
I think.
Not only that, he was pretty demanding today of when I told him that there was something where I was at today, and he's like, "Get it."
Bub's got me some cork, so I sent him some money, and he got me a box of cork. There's no, it's only cork. I need it, but yeah.
And it was like ownership, by the way.
Yeah, Bub's bought it.
What? No.
Well, was that a surprise? Sorry, Bubs. I didn't want to. Sorry.
I am not that financially in debt. Okay, come on. I'm not ready for that responsibility.
It's very nice, Kris.
That is
like
a very nice locomotive.
They're very pretty. I like the winterization hatches. They're cool.
Are they both light blue on top?
Yeah. They're identical, I think, for the most part.
I actually thought one was dark blue on top and one was light blue on top. No, but I thought that in real life too.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, no, I think that, well, just like the real one. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Now, Mike, these are the ones I was thinking, I'm like, would Wade do these justice if I got him to weather these for me? Because I think that they would look really nice, weathered up, and yeah. Anyways, I can't wait to run these at the club.
Or Perry.
I don't know, either or, whatever's clever. I've got a couple of pictures of some Bowsers.
Whoever's cheaper, Bubs. Whoever's cheaper.
to the highest bidder.
Yeah.
Is Wade and Perry still in the chat though? Let's get going. Come on. Let's get the money going. Let's see.
I don't think Wade watches, but I watch Wade, so that's okay.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I'm thinking of, because I don't normally, but I do kind of want to get them weathered and make them look good, and then of course I have to go through and weather every single one of my ore cars, which is going to be painful, but it gives me something to do. It'll be a Saturday night.
Well, there's a few that are already weathered for you right now.
That's true. But I need them all done. I need all.
No, I understand that.
They need to be dirty. All of them. Dirty. So let's see. I've been working on an old rare Bowser brass locomotive. Neat.
Oof.
Bowser isn't as strong on the drawbar as scale trains and some Athearn locomotives, but they still have respectable pulling power. Well, I don't have 50 some odd cars that I need to pull. So I'm not too worried, but with the fact that there's two of them pulling the whatchamacallit, the Rapido ones roll really nice. So I don't think that it'll bog it down or anything like that. And the layout that I'd be taking it to is flat, basically. So it's, how many whatchamacallits? Remember when Tristan was pulling that train?
Yeah.
How many cars did he have on there?
I think he had 45 of the 5431s with 3 brass units.
Yeah.
Pulling it.
So it was a pretty big train.
Yes.
But I don't know. I've used the Bowsers and I've pulled quite a few on my old layout. So I'm sure a flat layout would work out.
Oh yeah.
Just as good.
That was a 5-figure train right there too, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. Yeah, it was ridiculous. Well, just the locos by themselves. Being brass.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And then all the PWRS cars.
So let's talk about the club thing, because you can be kind of an ambassador for it, because you're all the stuff, you've been there, you've been going to it, and what's going on. So just to fill people in, to let people know in case they don't know, tell us about what's going on with the Ottawa Hotrack Club right now.
So it started basically back on Family Day weekend. Hotrack was asked by the Canadian Science and Tech Museum to come in for 6 weeks straight because it was their rail themed event at the museum.
Mm-hmm.
So they asked us to maybe be part of it. And at first it was sort of talking about, and then once it was decided, we all went for it. So the first weekend we were there, which was the 1st and 2nd, that was more of the setup weekend. And then we basically started the first test train on the layout. which we didn't have really any issues. But then we still started working a little bit more, fine-tune the layout, populate it. The first operating weekend, which was actually the 8th and 9th of February, that's when we had our operations, but then we had our soft opening, which was on a Sunday from 1 to 4.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of kids actually did enjoy it. So then when it officially opened, that was on the long weekend of Family Day, though Sunday the museum closed because there was a snowstorm, so we were only there for Saturday and Monday.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a hit. At least the first weekend, 3,000 people showed up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That would have been the time to go.
Yeah. And then as well, it was also pretty cold out on the Monday too, with the wind blowing. And I believe Winterlude just wrapped up as well. Last weekend on the 22nd, 23rd, I think we had about maybe 2,000. I'm not sure. Show up.
Oh, wow.
And well, and then after this weekend, we actually are going to be open. They're going to be open to the public 2 weeks straight, because the Quebec March break is from the 3rd to the 7th. So it's going to be open then. And then our last week is basically from the 8th to the 15th. And then from the 15th, we're shutting down. It's done. But for the next 2 weeks from that, the layout's open. The public can come see it from 10 to 2. That's the prime hours, they call it, to come in, see the layout. It's a massive layout, 50 by about 150 to 200 feet. Double main line with 3 loops. There's a couple more modules, I believe, coming in this weekend that are actually going to be finishing off the layout complete, which is going to be nice. It's the Brantford modules, so that's going to be part of it there too. But yeah, they're like the science and tech people. They also made a little I Spy game for the kids. There's actually pieces of paper and all that. They put barriers around so that kids can't really come up and grab stuff. Though some kids did get under the barrier, but no one got yelled at. It was all nice, and everyone was all gentle about it. So no,
that wasn't a kid. That was Trackside Mike.
Yeah, that is true. Trackside Mike does like to get under the layout once in a while. He was like, "Ooh, what's that?"
So he wasn't keeping it on the tracks.
Yeah.
No, he was that, and he was also interested in the big K1 in the main hall.
Oh yeah,
and 60.
Yeah, I thought he almost took off with that one.
Oh yeah, well he was trying to. He was trying to get in the driver's seat. I took him up into it. He's like, "I want to take this thing home."
Straight to notch 8, right?
I don't know. I don't know how he runs. I can't remember what it is with Steam, how much of the Johnson bar you have to pull, but. Oh yeah, and then Mike also went to the Crazy Kitchen, and he actually got a little bit woozy in that one.
Oh. Well, I was there the second week, so it wasn't officially open to the public at that point, but I had a lot of fun running.
That, and you did a lot of like with the fabric and all that too there. So you were actually doing some setup there too as well.
Yeah. So they're, they obviously they put you to work because you're part of a club, and maintaining the modules is part of it. We were taking the plexiglass off a lot of it and cleaning both sides and then reattaching.
Yep.
Once we would finish doing that, they would go along and string the curtains up and whatnot. So, just being able to be a part of something like that, and it is pretty awesome. It was a great experience for sure, and I'll look forward to going again. My schedule's kind of wonky, so I don't get to go as much as I'd like to, but I still make a point, and I'll probably be going again on the weekend of the 8th.
Okay.
If Mark is interested in going on the 8th.
Well, and like you said there, what we could have did with the live if we wanted to was set up at the layout, but
yeah, Bubs had the genius idea of doing GVO After Dark at the museum, and I'm like, what was that? That was like 3 p.m, right? And I'm like, I need this information like days before, so I can talk Mark into it.
Well, I did try to get a hold of you a couple of times earlier in the week.
I know. I'm just, work's been pretty nutty lately, and
No, I understand.
it happens. But no, I didn't even think about that. I was like, when you said that, I was like, huh, because there's that giant platform, and I'm like, we could put a table up on that platform with the, and then have the trains running in the background. And I'm like, well, see, that would be cool, but like, it's a lot to do this, to set all this up, and to take it all down and take it to the museum and set it up there, and then go and not run a train. And it's tough. It's a tough call. But
Well, if it was just us three, we'd actually just have the train running around in the background, keeping it on the west and east loop. Just let it do its thing.
that's true. Mark, are you gonna go? Are you ever gonna go?
I will
You
go,
gotta go.
yes.
You
gotta
gotta
go.
go, Mark.
If not next week, then March break.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm holding you to it.
The plan
I
wasn't
know
this
where you
week,
live,
but
sir.
don't feel great.
I'll
I'm
bring
feel
Tom.
better now, but
Okay.
yeah, I want to go for sure.
Okay. Because I think they're also running the 44 tonner this weekend too.
Oh yeah.
The Bytown Society, because the first weekend that we opened up, the Bytown Railroad Society that's at the Science and Tech, they were running their 44 tonner with the caboose, and they actually had the stove going with inside the fireplace and everything. You can smell the actual wood burning stove in the caboose going.
Wow.
Nothing beats the smell of wood burning.
No.
Mike, March break is not next week, but the week after. So it starts like
Yes.
the 10th or 11th.
Yeah, it's the 9th to the 16th.
It starts the 8th to the 16th, technically.
See, that's the thing, because I was
Yeah.
always like, when I was in school, people would be like, well, when's your birthday? I'm like, well, it's on the March break, and it would always be on the March break. So, you never have to go to school on your birthday. I'm going to have to work on my birthday, but that's a different story. You can always call in sick,
Go
but
run at the layout.
yeah.
And actually,
Maybe.
I believe March is also the birthday of Hotrack.
Oh yeah.
I think so.
Happy birthday.
I think it's the end of March. I'm not sure. I gotta check. I'm gonna check out the website here for a sec. Because usually we have the history and all that. Hang on a sec. Document.
How many modules in total? Because most of them are your standard 4 feet long, 2 feet deep. How many modules would you say are connected right now?
A lot. Oh, where did Mark go?
He had to be RB.
Okay. I would say, I think there's over about, I think they said there was about 80 modules, maybe.
80?
Whereas for sections, I'm maybe over 100 and something.
So, and just to kind of give everybody a general size or feel of how big of a layout this actually is. So because, it's about 80 to 100 modules, right? Which is fine. How many do we normally use when doing the setup in the basement of the soccer club?
We try to put as much on, but it's packed. It feels cramped in there compared to this.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, there's a barrier going around to protect the layout as well.
Mm-hmm.
And there's still plenty of room.
Mm-hmm.
If the president could have, he would have filled that layout with whatever he could, whatever modules were available. Like Perry's modules, St. Lambert, if we were able to get that, George's modules, Mason Creek. That it didn't come out this time because, well, Robin's gone on vacation. But yeah, there would have been a lot of modules to this layout.
Yeah, because normally when there is a setup, you don't even see all these modules. typically. Like I know they change them out every so often. There's the odd ones that you will see, like the Yard. That's a standard one.
Yes.
And a couple of the other ones you'll see that work together. They're very standard. And the same thing with even a couple of yours.
Yes.
You'll see them the odd time. Like the Bojo will be out, and
Algonquin doesn't come out that much unless I'm like, you know what, I'll bring Algonquin out this one time.
Yeah, I think usually it's every other setup I've seen Algonquin.
Yes,
at least.
Yes,
but they do try to recycle them as much as possible, which is cool. But to see them all at one time is pretty cool.
Oh, definitely.
Unless it.
Oh, sorry, we weren't found in March. We were actually found in April of '96. My bad. So not so the birthday of the club is actually in April, not in March. My bad.
Okay. No worries. It happens. Mark is gone, but I'm pretty sure he did design his own logo.
Oh.
He'll answer to that when he. Oh, there he is. There he is.
I did design my own logo.
Oh.
The what's it called? Locomotive is like a clip art, whatever. I just kind of borrowed that from the internet.
Okay.
But it incorporates the Ottawa logo and the steam train together, kind of.
Didn't you do a contest at one point to say if you can guess what any of this means or something like that? Do you remember that?
Well, maybe, yeah. Many moons ago.
Many a moon ago.
March is my anniversary too for M&M Rails.
Is it?
Yeah.
How many years?
Might be year 8 now. Year 7, year 8.
Has it been that long?
1 second.
Wow.
You said when I started, right?
It should say on the year.
Oh, there you go. No surprise.
2016, March 27th. 16. That is 9 years? Holy moly.
Wow.
It's almost your tenure.
Yeah.
Jeez. That's crazy. How much have things changed for you in the last 10 years?
Oh my gosh.
I remember a 4x8 layout.
Yeah. And this thing, you mean just trains, train-wise, not this.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, like DCC and just the electronics and soldering, new skills I developed. It's crazy.
Most kids doing good.
You learn a lot in 10 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
And the friends I've made too, like the connections through YouTube. It's pretty incredible.
It's true. It's true. Glad you stuck around after the whole cat throwing up thing. My life would be a little less boring, but whatever.
Oh boy.
I guess we've been at it for a while. A little bit, yeah. Mike is still a spring chicken compared to us, but he's holding it down pretty good, though.
I wanted to mention, Anthony Borden mentioned way back when, like an hour ago almost, that I'm not sure if he has it, but Scale Trains is coming out with the CPKC unit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to tell you the truth, mine's actually on its way.
Okay. Will this be the first model with that new logo on it?
Yes.
Cool.
It's supposed to be the first one out. I just got the random email today when I was actually at the shop. I pulled up like, oh, Scale Trains has shipped out my unit. I didn't even know.
Do they still have more?
I don't know. I'd have to go on their website to.
I'm like, do I wait for the Intermountain one? Do I go with the Scale Trains one? I'm wondering about the pricing. I always look at the pricing.
Let's see. It's an E. It's
You
an
guys buy a bit of both CN, CP, where I mostly just buy CN, but that locomotive, it looks really good.
Yeah, I know. I saw some samples at the train show in Amherst.
Mhm.
Let's see. 9375 is sold out at on scale trains, and 4805 is sold out. So they're both sold out at actual scale trains. So you got to basically find it either at the store for if anyone's bought any for stores to sell at the store.
Yeah, I don't know any local stores that sell scale trains. That might be a tough one.
What about Boreal?
I mean, he might. I think he might have some, but I don't know if he's got a full-on contract with them or whatever. If he's a dealer of them, but
Okay.
I'd have to see. Because again, I like the Intermountain stuff because it's just the way it's always been. But with all the price increases lately from different manufacturers, it's like, does it even matter where I get it from anymore? It'll probably be the same price, and I'll probably be paying out the yin yang for it, if I can say that. But either way, do you know? Are you able to share with us how much your unit was and the conversion and all that? And do you mind sharing that information?
No, I don't mind. It said shipped. The price. Give me a sec here. I gotta actually pull up the receipt because I think I had the receipt here, which I do.
Oh, Anthony got his already.
Okay. No,
that means
mine
you'll
got
probably get yours next week.
probably, yeah. The U.S. price was $381, but I bought it when I ordered it. It was $304.
304. Okay,
Yeah.
American.
I think so. And then with shipping and handling, it's $47.60.
Okay.
So it came up to $352.59.
Inner city in BC or Rail City in St. Thomas. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Or PWRS also may have some too.
PWR. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, 400 again. That's it's probably going to be the new standard Canadian price for locomotives going forward, anyways.
Yeah.
So.
Or maybe Van Horn down in our little secret shop.
Oh yeah, they carry scale trains, right?
Yes, they do.
It's been a
while. What are the odds that you would get one though?
I know it has been a while since I've been there. Last time I tried to go down, it was back in the summer, but they were actually specific closed that day, and they said they'd be open tomorrow. The next day, I was pissed.
The thing that's weird, the thing that really gets me about this locomotive is that not only do you have scale trains doing it, but you have Intermountain doing it, and then you also have Broadway Limited that's also doing it. And it's just, can we just, come to an agreement and say one of us does it? You know what I mean? Like, why can't we all just get together and say, okay, I call it, or they all, do Rochambeau or something, rock, paper, scissors, pick the short straw, We don't need like 3 manufacturers doing the exact same, trains, right? It seems unfair.
Well, you never know because, well, one, you got to try to compare prices. That's the thing. Like, I'm pretty sure Athearn's going to be doing this shortly soon too, with their ES44s.
The one thing that I don't mind is that, let's say, for example, Athearn does the military units, right?
Yes.
HO scale, go ahead, 100%, you won't see the other guys do it. But then I can't remember which company it is for the life of me, but they did the military units in O scale. Okay, because there are O scalers that probably want. I'm surprised you didn't grab any just for your shelf.
No.
But it's a totally different scale. So it would be like if Rapido did a train in like the F40 in HO, and then
Yes.
Atlas did it in O scale. So two different scales, so it doesn't really matter. But when you've got three companies doing the exact same locomotive, come on, right?
Yeah, I'm actually trying to figure out who actually did the F40s in O scale. Because it wasn't Lionel, it was another kind of company.
I know Atlas makes a lot of O scale stuff too.
Yeah, but I can't remember it was in a yellow and purple box.
MTH.
That's it. I think
But
MTH, but it wasn't a proper Canadian via locomotive, but they did do the scheme.
I'm pretty sure that Atlas bought MTH. What is it, Matthews Train House or something like that? That's what MTH is. Didn't they go out of business, or they sold their company?
Rail King. Rail King. Sorry, Perry
Rail.
put it up there. Rail King.
I don't know. I don't follow enough O scale to know, but
no, I think
Perry would know.
I think Atlas did buy MTH, but no, the company that did the VIA stuff was Rail King, is what Perry said.
Dwight wants to know why Mark always looks like a bump in the road.
Practicing.
What do you mean bump in the road? He's the live of the show.
I'm watching TV as well. I'm sidetracked.
I thought a couple of companies split MTH stock and molds. I'm not sure. I know Atlas was getting real handsy with a lot of different companies, like the MTH. They bought the True Line Trains tooling,
BLMA,
and BLMA, all the signaling systems and all that. It's kind of weird, right? Like, I mean, yes and no. You get a lot of these companies that either not really die out, but they've been around so long. Then they just kind of move on after a while. But yeah, companies like Atlas, and then didn't Scale Trains by Exact Rail as well.
And I think they also bought Fox Valley.
Fox Valley, which is the N scale stuff. Yeah.
No, actually Fox Valley is also Fox Valley Models is also HO with freight cars.
I thought they were N scale.
Well, they're also HO scale.
Oh, I didn't know they made HO. I thought it was just N scale. Neat.
No, they made flat cars and all that. They make.
Oh, okay.
They actually have a whole bunch of flat cars.
Huh. Oh yes, yeah. I think I remember. Yeah. Scale Trains also bought Fox Valley and Exact Rail. Yeah, Randall.
Yes.
Thanks, Randall. Hey, Randall. I don't think I said hi to you earlier.
Did Scale Trains buy MTH as well?
No.
No, it was.
I think that was Atlas.
Are you sure?
Are you fact checking me?
Yeah. Can I share my screen?
Go ahead. Yeah.
I'm looking it up right now, and I don't see MTH with HO scale. Like, I'm looking in their actual. They don't have anything O scale on their site.
Oh, just O scale. This is HO scale. Sorry.
Yeah. No, MTH is O scale mostly, I believe.
Sorry, HO and S scale tooling.
Okay, I think some of it did get split up though with Atlas. I think MTH.
Yeah, you're right. Atlas bought some MTH, and I guess Scale Train's got the HO and S. Okay.
Yeah, I think it was
Cool.
Kit Classics. That's what it was. I'm not. Yeah. I think they bought the tooling for the Kit Classic stuff of MTH.
Huh.
With just freight cars, not locomotives or anything like that.
I'm slowly starting to remember seeing like Fox Valley boxes, but I don't like. There might have been something. It's kind of like, oh, what's that other company? Tangent, right? Like Tangent's a really good company that makes really good stuff. I just don't own it. Well, I've got a boxcar now because it was gifted to me, but there was never really anything from Tangent that I needed or wanted. So I don't really follow them all that much. But with something like Exact Rail, where they made some really nice O&R box cars, I was sure to follow them. But unfortunately, they kind of went the way of scale trains. So, but yeah, it does happen sometimes with some companies.
Okay. Also, Perry says he does have a GP60 from Fox Valley.
GP60.
Yeah, an NS GP60.
Yeah,
I'm always fascinated with who owns who.
What were you fascinated with?
It's just, in general, I'm just always fascinated of who owns who. Like who, when Disney bought Fox and then bought Marvel and stuff like that. Because
yeah,
it's one of the things I teach in school.
All the intellectual property.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell the kids
it's weird. It's all
when like Coke and Pepsi. I know it's not trains. I apologize, but when I tell the kids all the things Coke and Pepsi own, their minds are blown.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like
I have a couple
I think Pepsi bought Taco Bell just so that Taco Bell would serve Pepsi products.
Well, not only that, Pepsi also bought Frito-Lays.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Is that so they can have those Dorito taco?
Yeah. Probably.
Maybe that is. You never know.
Yeah.
Can't beat them by them.
Just like the real railroad mergers, basically.
Yeah.
There was one other thing I wanted to show because every Saturday, I know, shameless self plug. Sorry.
Go for it.
I do the Rail Talk Live every Saturday, and what did I do? I have it noted here. Oh yeah, okay. Well, the one week I did some painting as well, but this past Saturday I did my first FOS wood kit. I think it turned out okay. It's not done yet, obviously, but yeah, it was Anthony that sent this out to me, and I still have a bit of work to do on it, but I really enjoyed building it, and I wanted to kind of give a follow-up once most of this was dry or at least glued together to kind of give you my my impressions or thoughts, because I've never done an FOS kit before. And honestly, when it comes to building kits, no matter what you're working on, there's always going to be, an easy, a medium, and an expert kind of type of build. And I find that with a lot of these, it's based off the size of the kit. And usually the bigger the kit, the larger the pieces, and it's almost like a puzzle. And when you get the puzzles that are the really big pieces, they tend to be a lot easier. Where if you get a smaller kit, that means they're smaller pieces, it's harder to put together. So there's a bit more of a skill that's kind of required for something like that. So with something like this here, being such a small kit, it was a little bit more of a challenging thing to work through, but I had fun building it. So yes, thanks again. And I'm going to do more of these. I just need the right tools for it, because the right tool for the right job. And if you're using an X-Acto knife to cut a wood thing here, it's not going to always work out in your favor. You might want to get a saw, like the proper saw. So
okay.
But yeah, I'll be sure to because I did some more stuff, and I went through my ITLA bits and whatnot, and I found these fans that are for windows. I know you can't really see it, and it's because it's so small. It's 3 pieces thick, so you have to stack it on top of each other. So it's a frame
AC?
and
Air conditioning?
It's small.
Jeez.
yeah, it's like a little fan. And what I need to do is once this is painted, I have to glue it over the window just to make it look like it's a little AC vent
Damn.
over the window. But I do plan on making this a little yard office, painted up for CN, because I want to put it in my yard as a little yard office or tool kind of shed kind of thing. So I'm going to do some special cool colors or paint scheme on that, and it'll be fun. But I don't do much spray painting in the wintertime, which is kind of the downfall for this because it's too cold. So it won't dry properly, and it is what it is. But yeah. Other than that, I know we kind of covered everything. Denny is going to be next week for the first Thursday N-Scale Dystopia. So I don't know what he has planned. I guess we'll find out. But other than that, Mark, do you have anything coming up? Anything you want to share?
All I gotta say is that you do not want to miss my next live show.
Oh, uh-oh.
Are you
Something
getting another
big
dog?
Something big is coming.
Uh-oh.
What did you get from Otter Valley?
You gotta tune
Did you
in and find
finally
out.
find that Santa Fe?
Gotta tune in and find out. What's Santa Fe?
If I guess it.
Did you get something from Train World? You got something from Train World.
The one that we were all bugging you about.
Oh. No, I gave up on that months ago.
What was that? A C?
Okay, you may have given up, but I think Laura may have gotten it. Did Laura keep looking at it saying, okay, you're getting it?
No. She didn't get it for me.
All right,
What's
well,
that
we'll be
turbo?
sure to...
No turbo.
Turbo.
No turbo? Really?
No.
Did you start saving for Looney?
No. I might not buy that either.
No?
I don't
What?
need it. I don't need it.
They I was telling Bubs about this earlier. Quick thought.
Yeah, you tell him.
So the wonderful people at Bachman posted earlier about being trackside at the Siemens plant. I don't know where it is, somewhere in the States there. And they were making measurements and stuff like that. But then when you look at the entire comment section, it's like, don't you think it's a little late to be getting all the prototypical measurements and all that now that you've already put out a set and all that? They were really giving it to them, right?
Huh.
I offered some constructive criticism, which of course is just learn from what I learned after buying this one, what couplers would be best and lowering the price quite a bit, stuff like that. Just, I'm excited for the Lumi set, but I'm even more excited to see what significant drastic changes they make to make this one even better. So, but yeah,
I'll probably pass on it.
You're going to pass? Hard pass?
I think so. Not a hard pass. No. I just
You want to borrow mine?
enough's enough. Yeah. all my ears from afar.
Bubs, do you have anything coming up? Any videos that we should know about?
No, more that I'm mostly probably going to be going down to the model layout there, basically for the next weekends until the show's done. That's pretty much it.
So everybody come out to the Science and Technology Museum in Ottawa. Go see Bubs. I know Mike already did. Thank you, Mike. Thank you for the support coming in and seeing the group there. I'll be there on the 8th, I think. Hopefully Mark will join.
Yeah. I'll be there on the 8th.
Okay. We'll compare cases. We'll see who has more stuff in their containers.
Ooh, a foam party.
Foam party. Yeah.
Oh boy.
And, I might actually run my ore train for the first time, which is going to be very exciting for me.
Nice.
So. But other than that, that's GVO After Dark. That was episode 2, season 7. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you, Bubs, for joining us. Mark, you're a delight as always.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, anytime. We'll see everybody real soon.
Working on the railroad, the night hits the rails. Oh, in Argovia, telling the tales. Streaming from the basement, talking with Mark. All my friends are here, GVO After Dark.